Hello Southies! Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, my name is Cece and today you're watching an apartment renovation. Now, this apartment renovation is made for a very specific sim in mind. If you are following my channel, then you might have seen my Not So Berry LP, and in that LP I have my Mint Generation protagonist, Oliver. He's kind of been dating this sim. It is a townie from Island Living, but I can't pronounce the name that they gave her because I was raised in public school. So I renamed her Kayla. And she is a mermaid, an evil mermaid, so I guess a siren. And she, in my game, is populated in San Myshuno. That comes with the City Living Stuff Pack in this apartment, which is number 920 Mandina Studios. And originally this apartment is sort of a dark apartment. It's got a lot of base game and City Living in it, but of course, it is tragically decorated, so I wanted to redecorate it for my LP because I really want Kayla to be the mother of the Rose generation, which comes after the Mint generation, and so I want to play in this apartment some, or have Oliver be in this apartment, so I want it to look nice. So I went on Pinterest and I literally searched moody apartment, and I got a bunch of awesome results that helped sort of inspired this build. Now, as you can see, I've already finished the kitchen, but that's not going to be the final result. So if you like the kitchen, it's about to change. So right now I'm just working on the living area, and I was surprised how much I actually liked the kind of moody apartment vibes, I guess dark, romantic apartment vibes, because I tend to go for more lighter, brighter colors, but I just love kind of the vintage, old world feel of all the photos that I use. And honestly, finding what I needed and putting it in this build, it didn't really take me that long. I used a lot of vampire, a lot of realm of magic in this build, because both of those packs really fit the kind of moody vibe that I'm going for. And as you can see here, I am changing the kitchen because I did think I wanted to create a sort of utility closet space, and so that's what you see to the right of the screen. It's also going to feature a bathroom, a toilet and sink for the bathroom. But yeah, this build it came together pretty quickly. I did take a bit of a break, a day break, because it's a 2-bedroom, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with the spare room. I knew that I wanted it to be an office, but if Oliver does end up with this sim, then that room will most likely turn into a nursery. So I was trying to think about that when I was designing it. So as you can see, I did this trick where I put one of the console tables and used it kind of as a bar. It's not going to be usable the same way as the bar counters are, but your Sims will actually sit there and maybe just sort of hold their plate and eat. So that's something cool. But now I'm just kind of working on finishing touches in the living room. I'll keep going back and forth. I'm one that I don't stick to one room. I don't want to sit and completely finish a room in one go. I'll move on to something else, especially if I don't know what else I want to do with the room. Now, this wall took a lot of time. It took me about 2.5 hours to film this apartment, and I would be surprised if the majority of that time was putting together this wall. I will come back to it, but essentially I have that mirror up. I have those curtains from, oh gosh, Cats and Dogs, I want to say. And then I put shelving units because I put a bunch of crap on those shelving units. And in my head, I don't know. I had a vision. I'm not 100% sure if I completely executed the vision, but I took so much time and spent so much time on that deleting it was not an option. I just tried to make it work the best that I could. Now, the sim in here is a mermaid, but I didn't use a whole lot of stuff from Island Living. This table and her desk are probably the only things that I actually use from Island Living, because Island Living has a tropical vibe that for the majority of it feels very light and airy. So like I said, I use a lot of vampire, a lot of realm of magic, a lot of base game items that were sort of dark and moody, and that's really how I put the build together. So real quick, just kind of talking shop a little bit. Right now, when you're watching this video, I don't know when, you could be watching it 2 years from now, 3 years from now, but right now when I'm recording it, we are, as a world, going through a bit of a health crisis pandemic, the COVID-19 outbreak that just is devastating country after country, mostly because at this time there's no real cure for it, no vaccination for it, no real treatment other than trying to get those who might be exposed to it or might contract it, that are most vulnerable, trying to get them just sort of through the virus so the virus runs its course. And it's overwhelming hospitals, and so all over the world governments are shutting down public places. They're putting in mandates to quarantine and stay inside. They're making local businesses only do delivery or shut down completely. And I'm not stressed out because I'm the type of person, well, I'll say I'm a pessimist, but I'm also the type of person that thinks everything is going to work out in the end no matter what happens. And that sometimes is a difficult kind of mindset to have. Like, even if there is a loved one that is sick or that could be dying, my sort of outlook is, if they do die from whatever illness that they have, they'll be in a better place. And I know for some reason, for some people, that's a very morbid thought, and I get that. Grieving is hard and all of that stuff. Not to say that a bunch of people are going to die, but just to say, even with this, yeah, our world is kind of feeling a little bit crazy, and people are scared and nervous and don't know what's going to happen. But no matter what happens, I think that everything's going to work out in the end. We are a species that continues to move forward and continues to advance and evolve, and that's just what humans do, just in general. And so, right now, all the toilet paper is gone. All the hand sanitizer and soap is scarce, but a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, we're going to look back on this time. We're definitely going to learn some lessons on how to deal with tragedy and with illness, but we're going to look back on this time and think, oh my gosh, look how far we've come. Look how much we learned. Look, if something like this were to ever happen again, we'll be way more prepared just as a world wide over. And that's the time that I'm looking forward to. So I have moved on to the bathroom. Normally I don't show bathrooms, but I was pretty proud of this bathroom. I just thought it was really beautiful. And now we're in the master bedroom, or the, Kayla's bedroom. And like I said, I want her to be the mother of the Rose generation. So I figured that Kayla would also like the color red and like a dark red. And that would possibly inspire the child to also value the color red. Now, in my Let's Play, Kayla is a loner, she's evil, and I think she's a foodie. So she refuses to be official with Oliver. He has asked her to be his girlfriend several times, and every time she says no. But she still flirts with him. She still wants to go on dates with him. She still woohoos with him. So it's like they're in a relationship without any labels. And so for Oliver, that is difficult because he really cares a lot about Kayla and he wants it to be official, but she's just in a place where she doesn't want to commit or doesn't want to, fully commit. She cares about him and she loves spending time with him and all that, but she just refuses to be in an official relationship with him. So I can only imagine what she'll be like as a mom, and I am starting to think that possibly the end game person that Oliver ends up with is going to be someone completely different. And I was thinking about maybe creating a few Sims that I thought would be better for him, and then if Kayla becomes the mother of the Rose generation, they could co-parent, but in the end he would end up marrying or just being with somebody else. So drop a comment down below, especially if you're watching that series. If you're not, go ahead and watch. I think I so far have maybe 3 videos up of it, and I am going to start recording some more. I've got one that just needs to be edited, and then I'll be recording some more, especially now that I've redone this beautiful apartment. But just comment down below, what do you think? If we need to just try to move on to a completely different sim and pick someone else. Are there townie sims that you think Oliver would be better suited with? Other townies? Like, I don't know, I was kind of sort of throwing around the idea of maybe Summer Holiday or something like that, because she seems to be a very cheery, rosy type of sim, where Kayla is not. She is not cheery and not rosy. So I did use a lot of debug, like I said before in this video. The debug menu is crazy long, and you just have to kind of sit through it. It's a painstaking process. So I commend builders who just go crazy with debug and just clutter everything up, because oh my goodness, the patience that they have to do that. It definitely, I think, separates true builders from laissez-faire builders such as myself, who I like building, but it's not my go-to. When I open up the game, I just want to play. I don't want to build. And so now I'm moving on to the last room of the house. This is going to be Kayla's office. I don't remember if Kayla is employed or not, but even if she is, I wanted to give her the lawyer career that comes with Discovery University. I just kind of see her as like a cutthroat corporate lawyer, and so I thought that career would be really cool. And in this office, I did make the walls a little bit lighter because I felt like realistically this would feel like a better workspace to have lighter walls. And this room has the most windows, so it'd be very bright, so not as moody. And this is where she wants to focus and work. And I don't know, I think having windows, having light when you're trying to work is better. It just puts your brain in a better headspace. But of course I try to use a lot of red in here as well. Now, if Kayla does become pregnant, this will most likely end up being the nursery. And so I don't even know how I'm going to decorate it for a nursery. Like, I feel like Kayla wouldn't even know. I feel like a part of her would be sad to have to give up her office for a baby. And Oliver's place is too small to have a baby. I mean, we could probably move him and fit him somewhere else, but I think even though she might not be that much of a kid person, Kayla would not want to give up her child to Oliver. Maybe they could like move in together and just sort of co-parent and not really have romance. And so I did put in a chess table in this room as well. So this is pretty much it. I just do a little bit of finishing touches to this room. But if you enjoyed this video, please let me know by giving me a happy thumbs up, by pressing the like button. Comment down below, what do you think about the apartment? If you're watching my Not So Buried challenge, let me know what you think about Kayla and the prospect of her being the mother of the Rose generation. And if you haven't already and you want to see more content from me, please, oh please, oh please subscribe. I try to post at least once or twice a week, and I do Let's Plays and speed builds and apartment renovations and all that fun stuff. And I would love to have you be a part of the Southie family. But as always, my name is Cece, and I promise never to break your game. Bye.
I got so much to say, never thought it would end this way. I've had so many thoughts spinning in my head. I wanna right my wrongs, never thought they would do such harm. You got so many reasons spinning in your head. That's why you left, indispensable pain in your chest. Leave us for the best or you would break. That is why you left without a text. I miss you, babe. I'm forgiving everything that we said when we were drunk. It doesn't matter 'cause it all came from can't be too late. Been missing everything that we had. I'll miss you, babe. I miss you, babe. You got so much to say, but you're quiet like yesterday. Trying to read your eyes while we're kissing in the rain. Oh, look me in my eyes. Never thought they could tell you